Yo, what's up? Welcome to the first episode of Smoking Politics. I am your host, Big Ed. With me, as always, is my brother Waze. What's
Yep,
going
yep.
on, Waze?
Not much. About to get down with these goddamn cabinets this weekend.
Oh man, sounds like fun. Sounds like fun.
We can say that, sure.
Well, welcome to Smoking Politics, where we discuss political news from both sides, and we're gonna bring a little bit of the smoke.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Waze, why don't you throw your story out there first?
All right. I guess let's hit the biggest piece of news off from the right today.
Mm-hmm.
That's Representative Lee Zeldin. Uh, there was an attempted attack on him during his gubernatorial campaign stop in Parrington, New York. Uh, actually, this was yesterday, not today. My bad. The person had pulled out a sharp object, so basically he was trying to shank him.
Yeah. Huh.
Uh,
I saw a
yeah,
little blurb about that, but not much. While I was
yeah. And the
looking for
only other the only other information I got was that it was it was at a Veterans of Foreign Wars post event, and he was giving a speech about bail reform, and that was yeah, that's about the gist of it.
that's
Uh,
that's kind of
Security did their job afterwards.
that's kind of cheeky though, ain't it? A Republican talking about bail reform.
Mm-hmm.
Anything about what he was saying about the bail reform?
Nothing in specific that I had seen or that I was able to read or anything. Any video that I was able to find, it just showed the aftermath of
Yeah,
dude being tackled and all that.
yeah. Politics is a dangerous game these days.
Oh yeah, always.
So has been since really since Gabby Giffords has been getting sent really bad.
Oh
For those,
yeah, it's been getting a lot worse.
yeah, for those who don't know, Gabby Giffords is a congresswoman who was shot in the head at a campaign rally, a campaign event. I can't remember what year it was.
I can't remember the year. I just know it was a softball event.
No,
It
that was
wasn't?
Steve. That was Steve Scalise.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That was actually a Republican that got shot at the softball event.
Yeah,
So he's now the number two person in the House on the Republican side.
and
And
this is how you know this whole thing is not a left or a right situation. It's
right,
just that's the political climate of our country at the moment.
at least they're not getting pipe bombs left outside their offices and shit, though.
This is a good point. A very good point.
You know, shooting one person that's bad, but blowing up a whole office that's even worse.
Yeah,
Um, have you ever heard of Schedule F?
I have not.
Schedule F was an executive order that Trump signed that basically said he's able to purge the federal government of career employees.
Huh,
So if you're not a Trump loyalist, you won't be in office.
right.
One of the first things Biden did was cancel Schedule F right away.
Yeah.
Well, if Trump gets in 2024, it will be back in effect and he will do it this time. Last
I
time he
wouldn't
wasn't
doubt
able
it.
to do it because he signed the executive order late, so he wasn't able to start purging.
Hmm.
But now it's like one of his biggest priorities.
Well, based off of what we're seeing in these January 6th hearings, it's not really looking that great on whether or not he's even going to be allowed to run.
And it takes the Justice Department to step up
Hmm.
because as of right now, um, he's pretty much running.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was true or not, but I saw uh, uh, a video of him and his kids outside of Ivana's funeral,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like he was holding a sign that said Trump 2024,
The hell
the Save America campaign.
at his ex-wife's funeral.
Yes, like I said, I don't know if it was true or not. I just saw the video.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Hopefully
people.
that's not true.
Yeah, hopefully it's not, because that would have been shitty.
Yeah.
If I was his kids, I would beat his ass.
And any reasonable person would look at that and say, yeah, I'm not voting for this jackass.
No, no.
But then again, this is America. Reasonable people are not really that common.
No, they're not. Chuck Schumer
Mm-hmm.
is introducing legislation this week
Okay.
to decriminalize marijuana on a federal level.
Okay.
But it's actually facing an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Not from Republicans, but from Democrats.
Yeah. They profit off of the prison industrial system as well.
The Democrats that are opposing it so far are Jeanne Shaheen, Joe Manchin, and Bob Casey of Pennsylvania. Joe Manchin from West Virginia and Jeanne Shaheen from New Hampshire. Oh, and John Tester from Montana.
Joe Manchin does not surprise me. I see him as a wolf in sheep's clothing situation. I think he's only a Democrat by title, but he's truly actually a Republican.
Right.
Based off of the way he...
Instead of a rhino, he's a dino.
Yeah. So I not surprised by that really. Sucks,
Yeah.
but you know, those are the same people that I guarantee you they got the private prisons all up in their pockets.
Well, not only the private prisons, Joe Manchin's also in the pocket of the coal company
Mm-hmm.
and the pharmaceutical industry. So, yeah, there's that. His daughter is a CEO of a pharmaceutical firm, I believe.
Mm.
And he actually owns a coal company. Talk about a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
And he sits on the energy committee.
So he's basically like a Democratic autocrat.
Yeah. He's a calmed down version of Trump.
Yeah.
Basically.
Trump with a little bit more sense.
Yeah, he's Trump light.
He's zero calorie Trump.
Oh, there's my lighter. But back to the Schedule F thing. How dangerous do you think that is to our democracy?
It spits in the face of democracy. No person from another branch of the government should have the right or ability to remove people of another branch of the government just to fit their sole purpose of having people to back their way. That's not how a democracy works. That's not even how what you call my brain just said nope. Access denied.
Well, our
a republic
official form of government is a constitutional republic.
Yeah.
I really don't know what the hell that means. But I know we are a democracy where the majority is supposed to rule.
Mm-hmm.
But that got thrown out the window in the 1860s during Reconstruction.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a very dangerous. That's very dangerous because you're setting up the precedent of setting up either a totalitarian system or potentially even a dictatorship.
That's basically what it is. It's also called fascist.
Yeah, a fascist system. Absolutely. It's essentially like having a one-party system
it's crazy how we went since the 1940s. We went from fighting fascism to embracing it.
Hmm.
And one of my history teachers always told us, when fascism comes to America, it'll be holding the Bible and toting a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's basically that's like one of the truest statements that I've ever heard when it comes to our government. And it's quite scary to me, especially
Well,
when
yes.
especially when you got like older Jewish people
Hmm.
telling you this is how this is exactly how Hitler came to power.
Yeah. Between a few false flags and basically trying to take ownership of the entirety of the government. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And this was it Rule F you said?
Was that
What
schedule
was the
schedule?
Schedule F? Yeah, that shit. That is an absolute spit in the face of democracy, of a republic of any sort. It's you want to talk about un-American? There you go.
For sure. Because when you're in government, loyalty isn't supposed to be to a person.
Mm-mm.
You take an oath to the Constitution, not an oath to Donald Trump, not an oath to Ron DeSantis if he becomes president, not an oath to Joe Biden.
Nope.
You take an oath to the Constitution to uphold the Constitution and the rule of law.
Mm-hmm. And a
Speaking
responsibility to represent the people of your nation.
exactly. Speaking of the rule of law, they held their eighth January 6th hearing. Uh and it was
Interesting.
interesting and quite comical.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but to know that Secret Service agents were sending out calls to their family
Mm-hmm.
to tell them that they love them because this might be their last day is quite jarring, to say the least.
Man.
It had me totally fucked up when I was hearing it.
Yeah. It's senseless.
Yeah. And to
Uh,
know for a fact that Trump sat back and didn't want to do anything.
mm-hmm.
Scares the shit out of me if he ever gets elected again.
Yeah, exactly. Do anything then. What is he going to promote, and what is he going to say is absolutely okay? Anything against him is against the law, not right. But anything that's for him, whether no matter the gravity of it, it could be someone blowing up buildings in his name and in his honor. He's not going to speak up against it. Hell, you saw what he did with the fucking neo Nazis.
Oh yeah. There's very fine people on both sides.
If you,
Have you ever met a racist that was a very fine person?
I was gonna say, you can't be a fine person and a racist. Those two things don't fit.
That's the very definition of an oxymoron
Hmm.
coming
When
from a
you're
moron.
exactly, it's like with them, you got a lot of people don't want to admit it, but the fact is, neo Nazis and KKK, they believe in nothing but white man. White women are absolutely foolish to think that they're included in that. No, you are an object. You are a slave to what they wish.
You're
You
just
are
baby
not
making.
anything.
Apparently, their women are just baby making machines.
Hmm.
That's it.
So yeah, no, I'm not surprised by all this. That's why it's important. I don't care who else would run as a Republican. But it's pretty clear Trump is not the guy you want because he's irrational, irresponsible, and has no type of respect for the rule of law in the United States and how our governmental system works.
Right. He has no clue how our government system works.
No.
Um, but another thing in the news that's scary is all across the country. Oh, excuse me. Pennsylvania, Maryland, Arizona, extreme right wing candidates, election deniers are winning their primaries.
Hmm.
And one of the biggest things that they've stated is that they will overturn any Democrat that's elected as president.
Which feeds in further to this whole idea of a totalitarian governmental system.
We are very close to watching the end of America.
Oh, we've been watching that. That's been happening.
Yeah,
It's just a slow death. It's a slow death.
but it's getting really close to that point now.
Hmm.
So, um, we're at the in case of emergency break glass.
Yeah.
So we need Merrick Garland to step up, do his job. Stop letting Congress do your job for you.
Yeah.
You have the facts. You know damn near everything now. What else is it going to take for charges to be brought against Mark Meadows, Trump? More serious charges against Steve Bannon? What's it going to take?
Hmm. Yeah. No. There's the lack of. I won't say interest, but the lack of an ability to jump up and actually do what's right and what needs to be done
The lack of
immediately
action.
when you have all the information you need. It it just goes to look. So I'm not a left. I'm not a right. I'm right down the middle. Yeah, I go according to what I believe and what I look at. This is why I think the Merrick Garland, all these Democrats in office right now, are the exact reason why I think it's time to stop being such pussies and really self righteous people. To like, oh well, we're better than that type of attitude. No, we're at a point in American history where it's either the gloves are off or you get your ass whooped.
I was just going to say, you got to take the gloves off. Stop pussyfooting around.
Because
Call
this
them.
whole "we're better than that" attitude is the reason Trump got elected in the first place. Because you're so
Mhm.
much more better than that. I'm confident we'll beat him. Okay, that didn't work out really well.
No.
The only thing that took for him to get beat is people to realize how much full of shit he really was.
But the thing is, he's built a cult following.
Oh God, yeah, he's Jim Jones on crack. Absolutely.
So and they're drinking the Kool-Aid. All these guys that say they're American patriots. No,
Hmm.
you're just racist piece of trash. And yeah, gotta call it what it is now.
Hmm.
You know? And one thing I hear a lot of is a lot of people saying that the Republicans is the party that freed the slaves. Yeah, they're the party that freed the slaves, but they're also the party that built the prison industrial complex under Reagan, started the war on drugs under Nixon. Yeah, Biden and Clinton brought the crime bill, but that's because shit was already out of control.
Well, those same people that say Republicans freed the slaves refuse to acknowledge the fact that there were liberal Republicans that freed the slaves, not conservative Republicans, like today's Republicans. They tend to forget that.
Not only that, they tend to forget a more recent piece of history called the Civil Rights Movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the start of the Civil Rights Movement, Democrats were the party of the Klan and all of that. Yeah, I know
Mhm.
that. But by the end of the Civil Rights Movement, they switched parties and they all became Republicans.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But history, unless it's in their favor, history is way too hard to understand and to believe or acknowledge.
Same with science.
Hmm.
So,
That's the reason they're trying to get rid of so many people of color in their history books in schools across the country. It's much easier to whitewash history when you don't have any people of color in it.
exactly. Yeah, it's a crazy state of affairs we're in.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
shame.
yeah. But the main reason we're in this crazy state of affairs is because of people like this.
This election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay? I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me.
Just take that. The heinous attack.
Good. Take the word yesterday because it doesn't work with. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote.
One day after he incited an insurrection based on a lie, President Trump still could not say that the election was over.
And fuck the one day after. Trump just last week called the Speaker of the House in Wisconsin to ask him to overturn the vote in Wisconsin. This is now a year, almost 2 years later. Talk about a sore loser.
Oh man, he's worse than a sore loser. Sore loser eventually gives up and understands. He's desperate to be the winner because he's taken so many L's in his life as a businessman. Oops, I said it. Sorry.
But according to him, he's all he's ever done is won.
Okay. Oh, I wonder how Trump University is doing now.
Or Atlantic City hotels.
Yeah.
Or or the USFL.
Oh my god. Yeah. He's
I
a
mean,
winner.
the best and the worst thing to come out of the USFL was Herschel Walker.
Oh god. Can we not? Can we not? Not today. Please, not today. I got shit to do. I'm not trying to do it with a bad mood. But I'll just say
yeah,
Herschel Walker is the walking, talking example of what it means to coon.
Oh man. Yeah.
Big, strong Uncle Ruckus looking nigga.
Not he called him Uncle Ruckus.
Oh god, him and goddamn Clarence. You should know you could never trust that nigga. His name's Clarence.
Yeah, I ain't never met no one named Clarence I could trust.
Nah.
That brings up another subject.
Okay.
I know 6 Supreme Court justices
Uh-huh.
that committed perjury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, outright committed perjury.
Yeah.
Where are the charges?
Oh, that's not gonna happen. This is America. We're better than that.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. No, they deserve charges and they did to be brought up on charges of perjury, and they all need to be impeached.
I 1010% agree on that.
So,
And it should be done one at a time. This way, you could get that seat filled properly and under the proper circumstances, than to try to fill all those seats at once.
right.
Start with someone like, I don't know, Clarence Thomas.
Well, here's the first thing that needs to be brought up about the Supreme Court. Right now, our Supreme Court shouldn't even be legal.
Mm-mm. It invalidated itself.
Well, no, not in that way. When we made the Supreme Court, we made it where each district
Hmm.
had a judge on the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So there was 9 districts at that time, right?
Right.
So that's why there's 9 Supreme Court justices. Well, now there's 13 districts.
Mm.
So shouldn't there be 13 Supreme Court justices?
Right.
Just some food for thought. It's not packing the court when you add the 4 justices that you need to actually make the Supreme Court legally.
Exactly.
If you're supposed to have a justice for each district, then there should be 13 justices right now because there's 13 districts.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they're scared of. Here's the thing. Republicans have a tendency to only recognize the rules and the laws when they work in their favor. They're really, really fucking good at skimming past and working past the law when it doesn't work in their favor. Hence, something like January 6th, and it's still taking so fucking long to get to the point of where we finally acknowledge and say something about the fact that all this shit goes on a lot of those Republican senators and the president at the time.
By law, well, not by law. Well, yeah, actually by Republican logic in 2010, was it 2010 or was it 14? It was
Depends
14.
where
14.
you
With Merrick Garland.
Yeah, 14.
By Republican logic, Amy Coney Barrett should have never been sat on the Supreme Court.
Absolutely. But they're hypocrites.
Oh, yeah. How in one election year you're going to say Barack Obama can't pick a year and a half out from an election? It's too close to the election. So we're not going to even give Merrick Garland a vote in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
But then Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies. And you rush a pick through in 2 weeks before an election.
Yeah.
And this was a month and a half before the election. You just run. Fuck you. Take it. No grease.
Because they knew what the results were going to be of these elections. They knew they were going to lose their positions and their power. And so they're like, let's hurt Russia while we got the numbers.
Yeah. We need to work hard to make sure that most of these Republicans are out of office. They're all in an unemployment line somewhere after this next election.
I'm saying, if I don't see you at Goodwill soon, man, that's a problem, Republicans. Get your asses to the wheel of the good variety.
Well, bro, you got anything else you want to talk about today?
See if I got any news that's really worthy. No, I don't see anything. I tried to find as much news coming from the right that sensible. I've been doing this since last night. I put in about 6 hours of research time. I found 3 articles. Only one is really worth talking about. Okay. That further goes to show how bad the situation is with the conservative Republicans right now.
I mean, do you even know one policy that the Republicans are going to try to govern with?
Okay, I'm not gonna put. I was gonna put my own opinion on the policy that they go with, and it's black people are bad. But no, I can't recall it.
That's because they have no solutions.
All the complaints in the world, not a single solution.
Exactly. Gas prices are too high because we're putting tax on carbon.
Hmm.
Bullshit. Gas prices are too fucking high because oil companies are too fucking greedy.
Exactly.
I mean, when a barrel of oil costs as much today as it did in 2010, 2012, when gas prices were just a little over $2, where's the problem? It's not nothing that Joe Biden has done so far. Nothing. The
Look,
problem is greed.
I'm gonna try to get this on screen. I'm gonna show you what my gas prices are right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
$3.95.
Shit's gone down significantly here.
Oh yeah, it's gone down about 50 cents. About 50 cents here. Yeah, it's gone down about 50 cents here. So
Okay. Hell yeah. It's went down an extra 25 cents today until 4 p.m. Just for relief on the community in this rural town.
right.
And it's that's the only Shell station right now in the state that's doing it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. At I guess at gas stations in Hastings, gas was down to $3.88.
Damn.
Yeah. So prices are coming down.
Good.
Well, I ain't got nothing else, bro.
I ain't got much else to really work with here as far as stories. Obviously, like I told you, I tried. I gave it a real good try.
It's all good. This week was the first our first go at this.
Yep.
So, there's expected to be some bugs. We'll get
Oh
those
yeah.
worked out.
On
Do
the
a
upside,
little-
neither of us started talking without unmuting ourselves, so that's an upside.
Man, that was a miracle. That's a miracle. So had a little bit of technical issues, got them fixed before we even got on camera. So
Yep.
that was good. All in all, I
How's-
said we had a good show.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think next week, I'm sure things will change for next week as far as how we're gonna work things. As we're still in the infancy of the show,
Yep.
so got a little growing to do.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'm gonna start looking for more Republican news this week. That way, I have more than 3 articles that I could possibly bring up.
Well, it's hard when damn near everything that's coming out of their mouths lately is the election was stolen, Donald Trump should still be president, and black and brown people are coming to replace us.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the majority of the stories that you see coming out of them. So,
Yeah. It is.
on that note, we'll do this. It's in the middle of the day. I'm still drinking a beer.
I just finished my cup of coffee.
Oh, shit. You know what that means? Until next week, come join us again. Have a little bit more fun with us on Smoking Politics. Here on Vocal, also on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Go and check out the What Up Though Show Network page on YouTube. Have a lot of fun there. We got 4 different shows for you there. This is the 5th. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Peace out.